This video is entitled "The Serpent is Pharaoh," or "The Pharaoh is the Serpent in the Garden of Eden." And, we're going to start off just like the book starts off. It's talking about a serpent in the garden who is talking to Eve. Eve is holding a conversation with the serpent, all right? And anybody who understands reality understands that snakes do not talk. They do not hear. They do not engage in conversation with humans, okay? Now we're going to get into definitions of things, all right? So serpent, a large snake, a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray it. So a conniving individual, somebody who paints a picture of something that they are not, just, to beguile others. And that's the definition of serpent. So when you think about a serpent, you think about a snake and the many different variations of snakes that there are among the earth. But none of those snakes in all of the reptile kingdom talk and have the intelligence to hold conversation with humans in 2022 or in 2021 or in this common day era. So let's not get into believing mythological explanations for real life occurrences, okay? So what happened in Genesis? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, "Yeah, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?" And these are the words that the serpent supposedly spoke to Eve regarding the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And it says that the serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field that the Lord God had created. Cunning, crafty, discerning. Discerning is a big word of intelligence for, having good instinct. And when we understand what the word beast is pertaining to, when we understand that word beast pertaining to creatures that are inhabiting the land, an objectionable or unpleasant person or thing, they wouldn't have used the word person if beast cannot be a word that represents human life. All right. So the serpent, you see the serpent on Pharaoh's headrest, and it's cast in gold with emeralds and rubies set in the gold cast. And it's a cobra that sits on Pharaoh's headrest. Okay. And the serpent said unto the woman, "Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. All right, so the serpent is more wise than Adam and Eve. Okay? The serpent is supposedly written into the text here as a creature that is beguiling Eve and Adam, or tricking them. Thou hast been in the garden of God, Every precious stone was thy covering: sardis, topaz, and the diamond, and the beryl, the onyx, the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and and the gold. The workmanship of the tabrets and thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. So you see, these tabrets and pipes are tools for setting gems and stones in place. Like those are jewelers' tools. All right. And as you can see, Pharaoh, head to toe, is covered in gold. He's covered in emerald. He's covered in rubies. And the Pharaoh is the keeper of the garden. All right. As the reigning Elohim of the earth. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. People are very scrutinizing about different theologies and different perspectives of how this Biblica breaks down. But look how they found the Bible in bits and pieces. The Dead Sea Scrolls, the scripts, the tablets that were broken and found in tombs. And then they came with one solid book called the Holy Bible, King James Version. When they ravaged the villages of the Egyptians, they destroyed all of the customs, all of the libraries, all of the books, the schools, the tabernacles, the temples. They destroyed them. They blew off the nose of Thutmose. They blew the nose off the Sphinx. All that stuff was destroyed by barbaric people. But they could not destroy the artifacts of the cobra, the serpent headrest that is all over Egypt, scribed on walls, scribed at different tombs. And, the first time they mention a Pharaoh in the Bible is dealing with Abraham lying to the Pharaoh, telling Pharaoh that Sarah is his sister when Sarah was really Abraham's wife. And Abraham is coming to the Egyptian Pharaoh trying to trick him. Why? A lot of people would do a lot of different things to get close to the kingdom. And Abraham is lying to Pharaoh about a sister that's really a wife of his to get Pharaoh in trouble with the Elohim. That's adultery. And Pharaoh says, take your wife and depart from my land immediately. Because Pharaoh believed in Elohim. This is El, the Egyptian deity, the sovereign God, cast in gold. And he is the Godhead of the Egyptian belief system. People have put this name in their children's name and their, passed down lineages in Egypt have adopted the name El. Deir, El, Medina, the Pharaoh here, adopts the name El because it represents the God that they believe in. Peace and shalom be unto you. Okay, so when you are dealing with Egyptian history, it's impossible to leave out the name El if you're dealing with it in the proper manner. Peace and shalom be unto you. Elohim, El, all these things are the God, deity system in Egypt that has reigned for 26 dynasties. Peace and shalom be unto you. Pharaoh, the supreme leader of ancient Egypt, were considered to be gods. Not just leaders, not just kings, not just pharaohs, but they were considered to be the Elohim of the earth, the rulers of earth. There are 4 important pharaohs: Khufu, So you see, had Shetsu and Ramses II. These are significant pharaohs who had kingdoms that reigned for a very long time. Okay? So, the first time you see Pharaoh in the book of Genesis, he is being fooled by Abraham, you know? And then you got the first book of Moses talking about Eve is being fooled by the serpent. It's a paradox, man. You know, it's a paradox, but you know, it's talking about Adam and Eve bear Cain, and then she bared Abel. You know, as if Cain is the firstborn son, and he's not. Abel is the firstborn son, and he's born from a different dynasty. How do I know that Abel is born from a different dynasty? Because his name bears the god El, the sovereign god of Egypt. And it lets you know that that's who he represents. And if you notice the name Cain, it does not have El attached to the name Cain because it is accustomed to an Arabic world. You know, top 100 Arabic names for men or boys as a baby. Adam is 14th on the list. So what you got to understand is this King James Version is marking a threshold in time where the Egyptian dynasty has fallen. They are the fallen angels in the beginning of the book. The Egyptian dynasty, the pharaohs, the Elohim, the El, Beni Elohim. Those are the Egyptian pharaohs who fell from leadership, and this new Arabic kingdom is arising with Adam and Eve. So, you know, when you study this stuff and you see that Adam is a name that's accustomed to Arabic people, then, you know, why do you think that name was chosen? To represent the first man that God made, not the first man that Elohim made. See, God is translated from the word Elohim. Therefore, if it's translated from the name Elohim, that means that the name Elohim was there before the name God, so that it could be translated into English from Hebrew. You see? So when you deal with translations, you can always backtrack and find out which name was around first. You know? Adam. The name means earth, or associated with the reddish color associated with human skin. Alright? All y'all online talking about Ruddy and Esau and Adam, you talking about Arabic Esau, Arab Esau, okay? He is the progenitor of Edom and all the Edomites. That means the Europeans, that means the Asians, and that means the Arabs. They all come from Esau, okay? That's why you confused out there. You confused about, is it the white man? Is it the Arab man? The Arab man is the father of the Asian man in the white man, the European man, the Caucasoids. They are all Caucasian when it pertains to Caucasus Mountains, all right? That's why you're confused, because Esau is the same seed that gives birth to the Edomites, all right? Peace and shalom be unto you.